Okay, so you want me to introduce you now?
Yeah, please.
Hello then. Good evening, everybody. My name is Stephen Bailey. I live in the United Kingdom in London. Santi is today's presenter. I'm doing the spiritual, physical, emotional cleansing training with Dr. Santi Lingley. She's earned a PhD in clinical psychology at California University. She's an American clinical marriage and family therapist. She has also received certificates from the College of Nutrition in Toronto. You can find her talk from number 11 to 30 at her YouTube channel called Messianic Healing Talk, 1 to 10 at the House of Israel, UK. Today's title is Talk31 is a case discussion, part 1 of personality disorder, ADHD, and sexual disorder, pornography. Let's welcome Dr. Santi Healing.
Hello, everyone. Glad to have the meeting today, and welcome our newcomers and also welcome old comers. Today is the case discussion. I hope that you have some idea, got some time to prepare. My previous talk on personality disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and sexual disorder. The other name is paraphilia. Today, I focus on one type of sexual disorder, pornography. I'm going to describe the condition of the case, and when you read it, when you look at it, and then you have to get ready and write down. You know, I hope you have a pen and paper ready. So yeah, you have to get ready so that you write down what you observe, what you have discovered, what kind of characteristic this family has, and then you reflect to me. Okay, so you have to find some characteristic about personality disorder, characteristics of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and also pornography, this sexual disorder, sexual addiction. Okay, other than Stephen, anyone else in the group?
Well, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So, Annalena, you are there, right? Okay. My point, my suggestion is that you have your pen ready, have a notepad or paper ready, and then when I introduce this family to you, you have to identify the characteristic of this family relate to personality disorder, relate to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and also pornography. And any characteristic you identify, you have to tell me. And then at the end of the presentation, I want to ask you, if you were the therapist, what kind of assessment result you come up with? Okay, so let's start. Okay, this is a, let me introduce this family structure to you. This is a Singapore Chinese family.
Have you already introduced yourself, Dr. Santi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you are in. Thank you. Good. Now,
Thank you.
yeah, I have Stephen do it for me because that's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, please write down the characteristic of this family and let me know at the end. Tell me your answer of the assessment result. Okay, this is a Singapore Chinese family. I tell you the family structure. Square is the man or husband, and then the other connect to the other line is the wife, or a female, or daughter or son. Okay, let me tell you how to read this this figure on the okay, I guess okay, you see the very left side of the square is the grandfather, and he has two wives. Okay, first wife and second wife, and then he adopt. I should have put the adopt next to the square below. Because the first wife cannot give birth to any child in traditional family, give birth to a boy is very important. And then because first wife cannot give birth to any child, so he has to get another wife, the second wife. They live together in the same household.
Okay.
And then whenever, usually the grandfather and mother sleep in the same room. But if the grandfather upset, then he go to another room to sleep with the second wife. And yeah, okay, just write down anything you can identify. And then the second wife cannot get him any child, so he has to adopt. He adopt a boy, and this is later on is the daddy in the family. Okay, and then when he grow up and he become a businessman and get married to a lady, this lady also adopted. So two adopted individuals get married, and then they give birth to 3 children. Can you see the lower square? That is the husband I'm going to focus on. And then he became follow his daddy, become a businessman, and he's the firstborn. So he's the grandchild. He's the grandson. And then
10-year-old.
yeah, and then 40 years old. When he current time is 40 years old, and then he has 2 younger siblings, one younger brother, one younger sister. And then this 40 years old man, he married to a well, now he's 40 years old, but at that time he married to a woman, a social worker. This social worker has a parent, right? The daddy, the social worker, the wife has a daddy who always travel, not stay home long. And then mommy is a housewife. Okay, and then husband and wife give birth to a daughter. Currently is 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let me move down. You see the clause. You see the clause. That means they divorce. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, divorce at the businessman is 40 years old. The wife 38. Okay, let me describe the husband's father characteristic to you. Husband's father, he is quiet, focused mainly on job and investment. Any family matter, don't bother me. He's stuttering, and then he has ADHD. There's not much trust between this father and his own father, because he's adopted, right? He's adopted son in the family. So there's not much trust between him and his own parents. The husband's mom appeared to be friendly in social life. She's upset easily at home. So outwardly outside the home, she's a happy, friendly lady. But when she came home, she got upset easily. And then she project her anger towards her children. When whoever, anytime she feel upset, she will use a stick to chase around her 3 children and hit them until she got tired. Okay, so notice about this. Okay, this husband, 40 years old man, he was the firstborn, grandson. He was spoiled by grandparents. So he enjoyed more privilege than his own mom. No wonder the mom was angry because this son's power, her own son's power is greater than herself. Okay, and okay, look at the wife. The wife, father, he is generous, caring, impulsive, prideful. Oh, I should put a full stop. And the mother, the wife's mother, anxious, worries, critical, over-focus. You know what I'm talking about. And this mom is caring, very serious, loving the children. Both parents, both the wife, daddy and mommy, are people pleaser, cannot offend anyone, have to say yes, man, yes, man. According to this family, the education model is reward you if you receive a good mark, and very strict in punishment and high demanding. They seldom emotionally encourage you or allow you to cry properly, and they don't, it seems that only smile, happy, a positive thing. Don't tell me anything wrong. About nutrition, they don't have any idea, only medicine. Anything wrong, go to see a doctor. So they have no idea what is vitamin, what is omega-3, what is omega-6, and eat a regular snack, like a sugar, colorful snack, and use medicine a lot. If you read my Talk 30, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, couple relationship. You have to figure out the reason why this couple divorced. Okay, husband, he is nice, gentle, outwardly, because he's very welcome. He's so welcomed by his Roman Catholic Church community. He was appointed to be the lead deacon. So it's a Catholic marriage. And then he is a people pleaser. So he feared to confront any authority. He's feared to confront his grandparents, his parents, and especially when he received so much privilege from his grandparents. Of course, he didn't want to offend them. Indeed, he was oppositional inside. Okay, he is hyperactive and impulsive. When he was a young child, he ran around. He made a lot of trouble at school. He always had to be punished by his teacher, and then the report go to his mom. Then his mom got angry and hit him. So this is a vicious cycle. He's impulsive. He is very angry at home, How? I give you example. He locked the door and forced the wife to watch him destroy items. You tell the wife, you cannot go. You have to, see the whole process. He got angry whenever he saw her whip, even whip, not to the point of crying. How can you upset? How can you whip? Once he saw the wife start to whip, and he got so angry, outraged, and then he has a habit of blaming his wife and yell at her for hours, not only 1 or 2 minutes or half an hour, non-stop for hours, even in the restaurant. Okay, well, he has the habit of reading pornography, and he frequently called prostitutes many times. Look at the wife. The wife, she is critical, demanding, depressive, fear to disagree authority. Look at her. She's similar to her parents, a people pleaser. And she feels shameful and guilt if people know what happened at home. And she has to submit to her husband regardless what happened. Okay, is there any boundary issue? So she suffered for 12 years of marriage. During this 12 years marriage, the couple went to see counselor, and the husband went to see the counselor for only 2 times. And then he said, no use, and quit. So he refused to receive any emotional help. And end up that the wife took her stand to leave this man and divorce him. Okay. Now, let me see. Okay. I put can you see the last line? I said this was an unusual practice in traditional Chinese Roman Catholic family. If they, they divorce. But anyway, let's do the analysis. Okay, let's see what have you discovered. Okay, if we run out of time, we'll set up the next meeting, continue with the case discussion. Okay, I will suggest you some go through my talks, previous talk, for come up with the assessment. Okay, the definition of personality disorder. Let me read it quickly. It's it's from Talk31. Enduring pattern of inner experience and behavior deviates markedly from one's expectation of the culture. The long-term inflexible pattern is manifest to clinically significant distress or impairment in cognition, affectivity, interpersonal functioning, and impulse control. The impairment is reflected in social, occupational, or other area of functioning. If you work with or live with this person who has personality disorder, you suffer a lot. The definition of ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is a developmental disorder, not mental illness or because the stress of family, so give birth to a baby with ADHD. No, developmental disorder delay affects the child's ability to regulate behavior, control activity level, inhibit impulsive responding. That's why the someone with ADHD impulsive or inattention or sustained attention than other children of the same age. ADHD run throughout the whole life. It's not only restricted to childhood. Pornography, definition on found in Talk31. Pornography is erotic, identifiable sexual materials or objects of an erotical stimulation. It exploits and dehumanizes sex. Human beings are used as things or sexual objects. Paraphilic fantasies or behavior begin in childhood or early adolescence, but better defined during adolescence and early adulthood. Elaboration and revision of the paraphilic fantasies may continue over timeline. The fantasies and urges are recurrent at times of stress. Okay, it can prolong, but will diminish with advancing age. Half of them are married. Okay, I just give you the example of this married couple. Okay, I gave you the picture about genes and mind frame, and genes and mind frame to explain this behavior because of personality structural malfunction due to biochemical imbalance, reflect from the genetic structural problem. Okay, from the point of view, environmental and sense input. Okay, look at unhealthy upbringing. Do you find there's a symptom of fatherless syndrome?
I do.
Okay, what have you, why you say that?
Well, because yeah, that's him. The father was always interested in his work.
Yeah.
And he was present, but he was absent.
Mm-hmm.
And so he didn't have that guidance that he needed, even though his father was there. And so as a result of that, it seems as though the child took on the attributes of the father because that was the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so it's like it ended up that was not the way it was supposed to be. And so it's just a perpetuation of family disparity. And so, yeah.
Thank you. And also, have you found some post-traumatic stress disorder symptom?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if anybody else did, so I'll let somebody else answer.
Anyone want to respond?
Well, I didn't have a father
Yeah.
because he died. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say if it's post-traumatic for me, because I haven't had time to really read up, but from what I'm seeing, he's reacting out of the thing of, I'm connecting his behavior with that of him being in school and getting in trouble and not being able to be put in a situation of control. Then that's reported to his mother, in which case he gets punishment. And it seems like he's reflecting that punishment on his wife, who is the female, kind of like his spiritual mother as such. He needs to control. So he'll just scream at her for hours and put her in that helpless situation that he was in.
Projection. You talked about the projection, and have you found a jealousy in this family?
Well, it was that the mother was jealous of the son because of the way the parents treated the son, grandson.
Grandson,
and she was lacking.
Yes. Okay, in this family, have you discovered dysfunctional family rules being practiced?
Yeah, they're very dysfunctional.
Yeah.
You
All
know?
over. I think the only stability he had was his grandparents.
Yeah.
Much. But the problem with that is that we haven't heard what the relationship with the grandparents was with the mother, if it's her parents we're talking about, because the jealousy that she would feel is possibly that she didn't get what she saw that he was getting by way of support and love and everything else.
Yeah. Is any
So
freedom to
it
express?
made her dysfunctional in the way she dealt with him.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
looks kind of like really, well, since it was a girl and they highly prized the boy,
Mm,
it's like he was the center and she
mm.
was the spare, so to speak. Kind of like Harry.
Yeah. Yeah.
She didn't have as much value
Yeah.
in their eyes
Yeah.
as a boy did. So it would make her reaction to him, even though she loves him, very
Yeah.
dysfunctional because, yeah, when you see grandparents being more what you feel is lenient or more loving or more understanding, but when you're growing up, there's not the same measure of patience or whatever.
Yes.
It can
Yeah.
make it that you don't mean to, but you could end up reflecting your kind of deficiency in what you had as a jealousy, and so you're punishing your child without knowing that.
Yeah.
It can create a spite as such.
Yeah.
It's hidden. It's
Yeah.
hidden.
Yeah, yeah, it's hidden. They're not aware they're doing it, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Does the husband allow the wife express her emotion freely?
No.
No,
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 you sit there and
that,
shut up.
that ain't happening. Because it's his ultimate show of power. He was powerless as a child.
Mhm.
There was no understanding, and probably in his eyes, because he sees how the grandparents give love to the son, he assumes that's what she got.
Yeah.
So he again is reflecting his dysfunctionality of being able to cope with someone's what he would perceive as joy and happiness. He can't appreciate it, so she has to be punished. She has to be put in her place.
Yes. Yes. So be polite, be quiet, be numb, be
Yeah.
careful, be good.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. How
Yeah.
about transference of spirits of the world? Is there any symptom? Have you found?
Well, the father, he was somebody who, like you said, how he was in a church and he couldn't really he seemed to want to please people more than he did father, because he got his belonging from being part of the community. So that kind of worldly type of fleshly, like I'm good, it can manifest itself, I assume, in the child in a way, because he's not getting that now. He looks